Good morning, students. In my previous video, I started this topic, that is bar diagram and types of bar diagram, where I discuss simple bar diagram, multiple bar diagram and subdivided bar diagram. Today I am going to discuss about percentage bar diagram. And what is percentage bar diagram? Percentage bar diagram are those diagram which shows simultaneously different part of the value of a set of data in terms of percentage. Okay, here one imaginary, again hypothetical data is given. GDP by industry of origin, where 2004-5 will be the base year, and data is given of 2010-11 and 11-12 of primary, secondary and tertiary sector by industry. Okay, now this is the data and we have to show these data into percentage bar diagram. First thing we have to do is convert these data into form of percentage. Okay, so first I will write, because we are going to convert this data into percentage, so I write percentage contribution of different sectors in GDP, domestic product. Okay, the first these sectors, so write here sectors: primary, secondary and tertiary. Here first I will convert this data into percentage of 2010-11. Okay, the first thing is 2010-11. Okay, we can convert this data into percentage, student, that will be divided into total number multiply by 100. Okay, suppose like 822,415 by total, that is 49,37006 multiply 100. Okay, if you I have calculated this with the help of calculator, so here that will be around 16.66. okay, next one is we have lack of space, so I will write here that is 16.66 better. Okay, next one, again I will divide 12 lakh 84,941 by 49 lakh 7 by total of production 2010-11. Then what will come? That will come around 26.03%. Likewise, again of tertiary, this number will be divided by total multiply 100, and that will come around 57 by 31. If you add on all these 16.16, 26 and 57, you will get 100. Last column should be total. Okay, likewise again one column for cumulative. Here you have to find cumulative percentage. How will we find cumulative percent? You know very well, where in my previous not previous in my previous 4 and 5th video, I discussed about cumulative frequency, how to find out, how to calculate cumulative frequency. Same process will be here. First, cumulative frequency directly will be 16.66, but after that we will add 16.66 plus 26.03, that will be 42.69. I repeat it again, you will have to add this number with this number. Okay, then after 42.69 will be add on to 57.31, and that will be 100. Okay, now next is year. Here data is given of 11-12, so 2011-12. Cumulative should be in between, sorry. Okay, year this. Again we will find cumulative of this data. So here again 4,47,744, that will be divided by 52,43,582 multiply 100. So you will get around again 16.17. Then after you will divide 13,34,249 divided by 52,43,582 multiply 100. Likewise here you will get around 24.5.45. Likewise 58.38, and that will be 100. That should be 100. Okay, now again cumulative percentage. Again first will be 16.17, then we will add this one to this one, we will get around 41.62, then last one 42, add 58.38 in 41.62. okay, then you get 100. okay, so if if data is given and it is asked that show this data in percentage bar diagram, first you have to convert this data into percentage, then you will find cumulative percentage. okay, and then you will show it in a bar diagram. As you know student, how you draw bar diagram, like here will be y axis perpendicular, that will be x, horizontal will be x axis. Now here I will writing x axis represent year and y axis represent production. 2010-11, because we have data of 2010-11, 2011-12, 2011-12. okay, now production, that is the percentage of production, that is I will take the division of 20. okay, because we have to show 100. 20, 40, 60, 80 and then 100. okay, now first thing 16.66, that will be around, I hope here below 20. okay, here I will write 16.66. then after 26.03, if you add both of them 16 to 26.3, you will get 42.69. so you can, you have here, from here you have to show 42.69. here almost will be 42.69. okay, 42.69. now 100, of course that will be in 42.69 you have to add 57.31, and by adding both number you will get 100. so from here that again will be here, that will be, that's why we need to find out cumulative percentage, because with the help of cumulative frequency it would be easy to draw a bar diagram. Here 57.31. okay, you must show it with the different colors, like I am doing this. okay, now 11-12, come to the 2011-12. first thing is 16.7. prime contribution of primary sector is 16.7. again here will be 16.7. then after that so 41.62. secondary sector 25.45. so if you add in 16.17 we will get 41.62. so from here 41.62, that will be here. we will write 25.45 because you add when you add 16.17 plus 25.45 you will get 41.62. Okay, now tertiary contribution of tertiary sector is 58.38, so we will add 58.38 in this bar diagram, and that reach to 100. Okay, here that 58.38. Okay, this way you can show percentage bar diagram. Okay, one more diagram, that is deviation bar diagram. Fifth one is deviation bar diagram. Deviation bar diagram. What is deviation bar diagram? Deviation bar diagram are used to compare the net deviation. Compare the net deviation of related variables with respect to time and location. Bars representing positive and negative deviation. I will show it I will draw here a diagram where you can see that how bar representing positive and negative deviation. Student, this is the data, and we have to show this data into deviation bar diagram. Here I am discussing last bar diagram, that is deviation bar diagram. Okay, how will we draw a deviation bar diagram? Suppose again here will be y-axis and here is x-axis. Okay, and here is year. X-axis represent year, and y-axis represent saving deficit. Saving and deficit, because here the data is given in negative also, so we have to draw negative y-axis also, because y-axis, this is positive plus x-axis, here negative x-axis, here positive y-axis, and downward is negative y-axis. Okay, this is the origin where x and y meet. Here 0 0, this origin is considered as the 0 0. Okay, now here is year. X-axis represent positive, x-axis here representing year, y-axis representing saving and deficit, both positive and negative. So in 2013, first year 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017 and 2018. Okay, 2000 and saving deficit here 10, 20, 30. Likewise in downward, that is minus 10, minus 20 and minus 30. Okay, now come to the 2013, that is 30. So here I am drawing with a straight hand. Okay, that should be in a straight line. Okay, 2014, that is minus 20. So here will be 2014, that is minus 20, 30. Now 2015, that is 10. 2016, 15. 15, 2017 here minus 25, 25 here minus 25, then 2018, 20. Okay, that is deviation bar diagram. This way you will draw deviation bar diagram. So student, I finished bar diagram types. What is bar diagram and types of bar diagram? Simple bar diagram, multiple bar diagram, subdivided bar diagram, percentage bar diagram, and here deviation bar diagram. Now next is pie diagram. How to draw a pie diagram or circular diagram. Okay, second one is pie or circular diagram. Pie or circular diagrams. Okay, what is pie diagram? Pie diagram is a circle divided into various segments showing percentage value of the series. This pie diagram does not show absolute value. Pie diagram always will be shown in terms of degree. Okay, there are various steps. With the help of these steps you can draw a circle diagram or pie diagram. Okay, first I am writing over here the definition, that is pie diagram is a circle divided into various segments showing the percentage value of a series, percentage value of the series. Okay, now steps. The first step is absolute value of the series is converted into steps. First step is absolute value of the series are converted into percentage values. Okay, second is draw a circle and note the fact that within a circle, draw a circle, and we have to note the fact that circle can draw 4 angles of 90 degrees. Suppose here is the circle, and this circle, students, that is divided into 4 segments, and here that this angle represent 90 degree, here will be 90 degree, here will be 90 degree, and here will be 90 degree. Suppose that is A, then B. Suppose this point is B, then C, then D, then E. Okay, total, if you add all the angles, that should be 360 degree. Okay, suppose first this angle ABD, that will be 90 degree, then ABC, that will be 90 degree, then DBE, that will also 90 degree, then CBE, that is 90 degree. If you add up all those angles, we will get 360 degree. Okay, this circle called pie, is it to be again divided on the basis of given data, whatever data you will get, and that data will be converted. First thing is convert the data, whatever data we have, convert into the percentage value. Then that data we divide its circle into different angles. Divide the circle into different angles, and we will whatever percentage value we will get will convert into the degree. I will explain it with the help of example. First you should know what are the steps taken where the data can be converted into pie diagram or circular diagram. Okay, suppose and now the last thing we have to do is these percentage value will be converted into degree, converted into degree, and that data will be shown into the circle. Okay, that is the final thing we have to do. Okay, and that should be in clockwise. Okay, so I will giving here a example. Suppose I have data of the uh, suppose a class which have 45 students. Class have 45 students. Okay, and 20 we have result of class of 45 students, in which 20 students are first divisioner. Okay, first divisioner. 15 students are second division. Okay, and 10 students are third divisioner. Okay, this is the data. I have a result of a class which have 45 students, in which 20 students are first divisioner, 15 students are second divisioner, and 10 students are third divisioner. And we have to show this data into a pie diagram. So how can we show? The first thing we have to do is convert these are in absolute number. So first thing we have to do is to convert these number into percentage. So first 20 students are first division. If you convert it into a percentage, we will get how 20 by 45 total number of students multiply 100, that is 44.45%, means 44.45% are first divisioner of 45 student of the class. Then second, what is the percentage of second division student? Again 15 by 45 multiply 100, we will get, that is 33.33%. Likewise third division is 10 students. 10 by 45 multiply 100, that is 22.22%. Okay, now student, after converting it into percentage, we will convert it into degree, because we have to show these data into pie diagram, which is circular diagram. So what will we do? We will do like 44.45 multiply 100, divided by 100 multiply 360 degree, we will get 160 degree. Then likewise here 33.33 by 100 multiply 360 degree, we will get 120 degree. Likewise third division 22.22 by 100 multiply 360 degree, we will get 80 degree. And that if you add on all these, that should be 360 degree. Okay, so that is the we have data and we convert into percentage, then after we convert into degree. Now we have to show it in the circular diagram. Okay, and we will draw a circle. Okay, well, then what will we do? First we have to as I said that we have to do it in clockwise. Okay, the first thing I will do is, first data start with 160 degree, that is the point. Like this he will put a compass over here, and suppose that is 90 degree straight line, draw a straight line. Okay, and first thing 160 degree, so here we will put, and suppose that will came in like this. Okay, 160 degree, that is divisioners, first divisioners, (44.45%). Okay, 160 degree. That area shows first divisioner. Okay, how will we draw it? We'll put a compass over here. Okay, straight way, and so see where 160 degree came. Okay, likewise, sorry, this line after that. Then after I will 120 degree. Here I will put, and that will come like here, that is 120 degree, that is second divisioner, that is 33.33%. Likewise, remaining will be 80 degree, of course, because if you add on all those, we will get 360 degree. So third divisioner here, that's so third divisioner. What is the percentage? 22.22%. This way you can draw a pie diagram. So student, you should must practice at home how to draw a histogram, how to draw a bar diagram and how to draw a pie diagram. In my next video I will discuss histogram.